Hello everybody, and welcome back to From the Depths, one of your guys' most favorite games, and apparently this guy named Robaz who started playing it, and that's why he's become all famous and stuff. But you know, I was here before he was, so you know, I gotta get some sort of credit, right? So anyway, today we are going to be constructing a submarine, a submersible, one of the greatest innovations in naval history, starting with, I believe, the Civil War in America, and ending with today, because there's still submarines out today, nuclear submarines, you know, positioned under the water for 3 months at a time. My father actually served aboard a nuclear submarine for quite a substantial amount of time, which is a very fun thing to think about when you're building submarines in a video game to blow stuff up. Man, it's so cool. All right, so another thing I figured out in the meantime is, well, you can position things on the map by clicking on them and using the click thing to, you know, tell them where to go. But that was more of a thing I just picked up on after a while after watching some other people play, and I realized that you can get weapons. Yes, look at this. You can shoot stuff from your person. There's even a SMG. Oh, so cool. I can finally shoot things to my heart's content and destroy everything I want to. You don't even know what this means. Unfortunately, my guy likes repairing things actually faster than I can destroy them. I didn't think about the consequences of that. But yes, we could go down in here, and we could, you know, shoot like the ammo and stuff. Look at all the explosions! Look at the explosions we can cause. Look at all this. Oh, it's so absolutely fantastic. I have been waiting for something like this for a long time, and I am glad that my needs were satisfied. Oh, it's just such a nice addition. I don't even know how I could explain it to everyone. So yeah, we can now have an additional way to blow things up. I guess that's a substantial thing to put the game now. We can shoot through, you know, holes and these kind of things. I don't want to get carried away on this, but you know, if you want to take out an engine really quickly, or really simply, you know, the best thing to do is just go right into the ship and, you know, go down and over to your engine controller and just take a pot shot right at it. Look at that. No more engine. All right. I want fuel. Look at that. No more fuel. Ammo processors. No more ammo processors. No more buoyancy. Woo! Yes. The options are pretty much limitless with this. Yes. Oh, and the fuel tanks on top of the explode. That's always lovely. All right. So enough of that. Let's actually go on to something else before I annoy everyone to death. Oh, darn it. I killed myself. How lovely. How lovely indeed. So, now that we're out of the ship that we were building, and now we're kind of forced to build something new, because we've kind of been shipwrecked in the middle of nowhere with a turret. Actually, we're not in the middle of nowhere, we're like right next to spawn, but, you know, you get the point I was trying to make. Okay, let's just chill on top of this turret and get ourselves to building a brand new submarine. Now I have no idea how long it's going to take to build an object of this size. I have... honestly, no idea, because, you know, it's going to be a little bit different than what we normally do. I probably actually want to move it away from this, but I'm afraid I don't know how. I know, I'm always afraid. I don't know how. I'm pretty sure if, well, I'd have to go to the build menu, actually, and then if I hold down Q on it, I can pull it, and does that move it? Does that move it? If I go to full GUI, can I like, reposition this? What am I doing? Can I just destroy this? Yes. I don't even think that worked. Whoa! Holy good lord! It started disintegrating. Oh my. It's a little bit more brutal than I wanted it to be. Alright then, let's go to the starter raft and try to work from there. Because apparently this kind of stuff is disintegrating. Alright, let's chillax here and try not to absolutely break it. So if we go to build here. On this one, we should probably just go a little bit farther away from it. And then we new object, vehicle, and here we go. So now we can start our vehicle. I have no idea how long this kind of process is going to take for an object of this size. I mean, we're not going to make it super huge, but just it's kind of complex on how you make a submarine work in this game. And I'm going to give some serious credit to Lathland here. I know I shouldn't be praising my competitors because I'm going to destroy them. But he devised a nice system using the automated control blocks in which it operates the air pumps. So when it gets below a certain level, they turn on, and when it gets above a certain level, they turn, you know, back on. And that kind of fancy stuff. Oh gosh, I always forget to mirror. Man, I've not been on my game recently. I've not been on my game. Let's see, did that activate the base? It did activate the mirror. Good job. All right, so how are we going to go, you know, as far as design? I am thinking traditional submarine method here, albeit, you know, I don't really know what you guys want because, well, I didn't make some sort of query into what kind of submarine you want to be built. So I'm just going to build kind of like a traditional American-style submarine where it's kind of the, what do you call that? It's like a cylinder, but with curved edges, like a bullet? No, that's not right. It's like a... it's like an ellipse, but it's a circular ellipse. So it's like a spherical ellipse. That's... Okay, I'll just go with that. Spherical ellipse works for me. So basically, we just have to design a circle, and then we just have to begin to figure out what is a good circular angle to be working with here. So we go to 2. Oh, that's going to be too much. All right, so we go here. All right, and then we do 2, and should we come back after that? Is that going to be big enough? It's going to be too flat. I don't want it to be too flat. That's the thing. Maybe I need to make it 3 in the middle. Yeah, it's going to be like 2 floors tall. What? Yeah, look at this. Impressive submarine building skills going on here. Do you guys even submarine, bro? Do you even submarine? Oh, apparently I don't even submarine too because that looks absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's see if we can get something here, and then we can push this one out. And if we can go down here, and we can push it down. Oh. I'm so terrible at games sometimes. I'm so sorry. All right, so 2, and then we do 3, and 2, and then we go and do our 1, and we have spherical design. A bit big. I wanted something a little bit smaller, or something less terrifying, I guess is what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for something so terrifyingly large. Yeah, I might have gotten myself into something big here that I wasn't planning on. Oh, I hate it when I do this. I hate it when I say I'm going to do something really big, and then I actually get around to building it, and I'm like, oh, no, I started it. Now I have to complete it. When I was playing Minecraft, a lot of the time, it ended up being just like this. I would say, you know, hey, Soccer, he was the owner at the time, I'm going to design some really awesome building, and then I'd, like, lay out the format for it. It'd be like, oh, my gosh. How am I going to build something like that? How am I going to complete it? It's like, it's not that the design is overly complex. It's just that the amount of time it's going to take to complete something so large is just tremendous. And if you're asking why I'm a little bit too excited right now, my father was drinking a coffee earlier today. Something like a, what was it called? Something not American, I don't think. Casa del Sol. Stands for House of the Sun, I believe. Yeah, House of the Sun coffee. I don't know. Anyway, and so he was drinking it. Oh, good Lord, I broke it again. And he just like, hey, come over here. And I was like, what's up, yo? And he was sort of like, I don't really like this. A little bit too dark. And I was like, all right, you want me to try it out? And I was like, I kind of like this. And so then I realized later on that it had, what was it, like 125 milligrams of caffeine per 8 fluid ounces. It was just an 8 fluid ounce can, and I drank it in like 20 seconds. So, yeah, people should not give me caffeine in high amounts. You can see what happens, okay? Look at all the Sinking Ship Simulator fan specials where I start off the video by screaming as loud as possible. But it's so absolutely fantastic. Meanwhile, what's going on in my life other than that? Well, thanks for asking. I am going on vacation very soon. I know. I like going on vacation sometimes, especially when I started my job this week, and I've just kind of been burned out. I mean, once you work like 7:30 to 5, like for 5 days, you come back on a Saturday and you're just like, wow, there's all this time all of a sudden, and there's just so much time to do things now. Like, it's only, oh wait, is it? It's like 7:30 in the evening, and I've done like a million things today, and I'm like, why am I not recording more YouTube videos? You know, if you want to make this thing into like sort of a job, I mean, not that I want to, it's a creative hobby that I really do enjoy doing for you guys, but if you're gonna make it into something really awesome, you know, you got to spend like the time you'd spend at work on it. Or maybe that's just a completely different thing. I don't think what I do at work is extremely, or in my mind, terribly difficult. And so when you come back and play YouTube games, it's quite nice. It's quite I just realized that this design is absolute crap. This oval I made is like the least functional oval ever. It's not even an oval. It's wider around, or actually no, it's flatter on the top and bottom than it is the everything else. Okay, I think I need to actually make it taller and shorter then. I think I can fix this. I can salvage the design. I can salvage it. Oh, can I? I don't know. Sometimes I don't actually believe in what I'm doing. I'm doing it and I'm just like, I don't know if this is good or not. And then, yeah, bad things happen. Alright, so what if we just tried that a little bit? It's going to be subpar, isn't it? Yeah, it is going to be subpar on the top. Well, it's better than it was. Maybe I'll just not even make the revisions to the bottom and just keep the top completely way too heavy for it. Actually, now that I think about that, that's a terrible design, keeping it top heavy like this. I want to make sure it's actually bottom heavy. So let's begin taking out the interior metal here that would otherwise weigh us down like way too much. See, with the submarine, we want to be heavy, but we don't want to be so heavy that we naturally sink. We want to naturally float when there's air inside. Maybe we don't want to naturally float when there's not air inside. We actually want there to be... So I guess when it's just a base metal frame, we want it to sink, but when there's air inside, we want it to float, is essentially what I'm saying. If that makes any sense to you. Oh, God, this thing looks absolutely bizarre. You can trust on me to make the most bizarre-looking From the Depths designs in the world. And so since like everyone who is not going to watch the video has already left by this point, I can say that I actually today was looking at some designs of the Bismarck, yes, the ship that all of you seem to love, and when I got wrong, absolutely owned me for. It was a pretty popular sinking ship video. But yes, I found one on From the Depths, and I think that we might face it off against a very special ship. You know, we might do just a bunch of battles, a bunch of setups, and see who wins. I think all of you would absolutely love that, because you like seeing things explode, and you like seeing things get, well, sunk, I guess. Probably why Sinking Ship Simulator is a little bit popular. Well, it was a little bit popular. It's sort of died in popularity quite a bit since the days when the fan special run. I think it was about a year ago the game went wildly viral again, and since then it's just completely died out. I know, it's always great how stuff like that works. Oh, okay. So yes, now we have the it's too tall. It's not wide enough. Lovely. Well, we'll work with it. You know, what am I gonna do? What am I honestly gonna do otherwise? All right. So then let's try making sort of an attempt at taking these to the front. Okay, hold on a second.